If you can flip it better than me, well, it's not much of an accomplishment. What have us vegans been telling you this entire time? And welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another video. Today's video, I'm gonna show you guys 3 budget-friendly, plant-based recipes that will help you live longer because these are inspired by the Blue Zone diet. Guys, have you guys been watching that documentary on Netflix? I haven't finished it. I think I only watched 1 episode, but it is about blue zones, which are places in the world where people live the longest, okay? And not only do they live long, but they also like live healthy, vibrant lives, and I find that very intriguing and very fascinating. Every single one of these places, they say, follow a predominantly plant-based diet. Not fully plant-based, but they eat most of their food from whole food plant-based sources. So I thought, hey, why not do a video with some delicious plant-based recipes inspired by the Blue Zone diet? So here we go. All right guys, so the first meal we're gonna make is going to be a Buddha bowl. So I'm gonna be making a really delicious, simple Buddha bowl. Now the thing about Buddha bowls that I love is that you can just kind of pick and choose the ingredients that you want and then make your own sort of bowl. So the things that I like to add is basically a main carb source, and then a main plant-based protein source, and some sort of veggies of your choosing, okay? And then usually like a delicious sauce to put on top. So you can choose whatever combination that you want. So for this carb source, I am actually going to be using soba noodles. These are buckwheat noodles. These are some of my favorite types of noodles. I eat soba noodles like 3 times a week, if not more, because they cook really fast, they're really delicious, and I just love them so much. Okay, and I think they are like kind of healthy. I think they're healthy, yeah. So love me some soba noodles. So I'm gonna cook this up. Instead of noodles, you could also use rice, you could use buckwheat, quinoa, whatever, or any other type of noodle as well would work, okay? So I'm just going to cook up the noodles once this is boiling, and while we're waiting for that, we can prepare the veggies. You can choose whatever veggies you want. I'm gonna do some bell pepper. So I'm just gonna slice the bell pepper into thin slices. There we go. And then I'm also gonna add some carrots. And again, you can pick and choose whatever you'd like, my friends. You don't have to eat these exact vegetables. You choose the vegetables that you want. Just put this away. And I'm also gonna use a cucumber. Just like to slice everything thinly. You can choose whatever shape you want. This is your bowl. So basically, people in the Blue Zone apparently have, I think, the highest number of, what do they call them, centenarians, which are people that live up to 100 or more. And the crazy thing is they're not just living to 100, they're like literally kind of healthy until they get to a really, really old age. So it's not like they're just like old and like not living their lives, you know what I mean? So it's really fascinating to watch. I need to actually keep watching it. I'm also gonna add some purple cabbage or red cabbage. I like to call it purple cabbage because it's purple. I don't understand. Anyways, I love having colorful veggies in my Buddha bowls. It makes it look really pretty, and I don't know. I just feel like it's healthier to have a variety of color. Look at the rainbow. All right, so now the water is boiling. We can cook our soba noodles, and again, the beauty of it is that it takes just 5 minutes to cook, and it's ready to go. So now when our noodles are boiling, we can make some sort of a sauce. Now I'm gonna make a big portion of this sauce because you can use it for, you know, anything, okay? And if you wanna make Buddha bowls in the future, it's better to just make a big portion of the sauce and then keep it in the fridge and then just pour it on top of whatever. It'll just make your life easier, okay? So first things first, peanut butter. We're gonna make a peanut butter dressing. This is gonna be delicious. So we have some natural peanut butter here. Here we go. You can also use like tahini, almond butter, you know, whatever you want. So I'm using peanut butter because it's delicious. And there we go. And then you can add either rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar, or you could even do like lemon juice if you want. Then we have some sort of a sweetener. This is agave nectar. You can also use maple syrup. Then we have a little bit of soy sauce. Next we have garlic powder and ginger. There we go. And then we're just going to mix this up. And then you can like give this a taste and see if maybe you want to adjust certain things. Maybe you want to make it sweeter, you know, whatever you want. All right, let me give it a little taste. It's so good. This will go with So many different things, guys. So delicious. Look at this. It's lovely and smooth. And then when you put it in the fridge, it might kind of thicken up a little bit after a couple days. So if it does that, you can either add a little bit of water just to thin it out, or you could just add a little bit more like apple cider vinegar or rice vinegar, a little bit more sweetener, whatever you want. It's so good. All right, there's our sauce. And this should be done very soon. So once the noodles are done, I'm just gonna drain it in cold water. You can eat this cold or hot, it's up to you. But soba noodles, I usually prefer it cold. So we're gonna drain it and rinse it in cold water. All right guys, so this part is optional, but I wanted to add in some tofu into the bowl as well to make it like even higher in protein. So I'm actually gonna cook up some tofu. Again, you can use whatever protein source of your choice. So today I'm choosing tofu and edamame beans. These are gonna be my 2 protein sources. Again, you can choose one or the other. I choose both. Let's cook it up. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil onto the pan. There we go. Just put in our tofu. Now, if you wanna make your tofu more crispy, you could toss it in some cornstarch before you start cooking it with oil, but I don't really care. I love tofu in all shapes and sizes. So I'm just going to cook this up until it's kind of like nice and golden on each side. It's already cooking up pretty nicely. Come on, turn! I can't do it. I get too nervous. I can't do it. All right, you guys. So the tofu is cooked to my liking, I think. As you can see, nice and golden. So I'm just gonna make a really, really simple like sauce for the tofu just to flavor it just a little bit. It's just gonna be a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of sweetener, either agave or maple syrup, and then a little bit of vinegar. So again, I'm using either apple cider or rice vinegar. Just gonna give this a little mix. Okay, and because it doesn't need too much flavoring because we still have that, you know, delicious peanut sauce as well, but feel free to play around with it. Just gonna, so good. So once the tofu is basically cooked, I'm just going to turn the heat like either off or like basically very low. And then I'm just gonna pour this sauce on top. And I'm just gonna toss it. Look at that. And it should start caramelizing pretty soon, so just like watch out for that. If you can flip it better than me, well, it's not much of an accomplishment. So there we go. So now the tofu is going to be nice and seasoned. And you might want to give this a taste and maybe you want to add some more of something. Up to you. All right, guys, so now we have this bowl of soba noodles. Lovely. And we can just assemble. Okay, now if you want, you can add a little bit of that sauce already on the noodle itself. So let's add in our lovely bell pepper. We're gonna add in our cucumber. We're gonna add in our purple cabbage, then our carrots. Oh, it looks so good already. I love bowls like this. Just feels so healthy, but it's so good at the same time. And then we got our first protein source, which is edamame beans. Lovely. And by the way, the Blue Zone diet, they recommend eating beans every single day. I wonder why. What have us vegans been telling you this entire time? Beans are where it's at, okay? So anyways, beans, and now let's make room for our tofu. So you can cool this down if you want. I don't really care. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. That looks bomb. And the last little thing that I want to add is some cashews or any sort of nuts of your choice. You can also add like pumpkin seeds, some kind of seed. This is another element of the Blue Zone diet, is that they recommend adding in nuts into your diet kind of on a regular, if not daily basis. So just a few little cashews, or you can use, again, whatever else you want. And I'm also gonna add a little bit of cilantro, because I love it. Part is optional. I know some people don't like it, but I like a little bit of chopped cilantro. And now, finally, we're gonna add, obviously, the sauce on top. I did thin out the sauce a bit with a little bit of water, and now it looks very nice and creamy and saucy. So here we go. Just kind of drizzle it all over. You can add however much you want, okay? I mean, look at that. Look at that. That looks so good. And of course, my final touch, as always, sesame seeds. Guys, here we go. Here is a really delicious, simple Buddha bowl. This is something you'd also prep in advance. You can make all of these little ingredients in advance and then just put it all together whenever you're hungry. And it just, it's the perfect bowl, you guys. I hope you try this out. The recipe will be linked below, so definitely check it out. And let's give it a taste. Guys, I know this is gonna be delicious, but let's try it. Oh, it's gonna be so good. With soba noodles, you wanna eat it right away because it gets like kind of soggy. I'm gonna get as much as I can in one bite. Some of that cilantro, some of that where's the tofu? All right. Cheers! Buddha bowl, soba noodle style. Guys, it's so good. That dressing, that dressing is to die for. And everything in this bowl, it is fresh. It tastes amazing. Like, this is the best, okay? Definitely make this. Again, you can make it however way you want, but you gotta make that dressing. It is the bomb. It is the bomb.com. It is so healthy. It's so delicious. Let's do one more. And the cashews go really well with this as well. Ooh. Alright guys, so the next recipe is going to be a very simple and delicious healthy salad. We're gonna make a Mediterranean black bean salad, and then I'm gonna tell you guys how I would probably enjoy this, because I don't usually just eat like a salad, okay, like a standardized salad. I eat it with something else, or you know, I make it into a bulkier meal. Anyway, but we're gonna make a very delicious and very healthy Mediterranean black bean salad. So first I'm starting with some arugula, okay? We want some nice greens in there. That is another one of those blue zone principles, lots of leafy greens. You know, you wanna get some healthy vegetables. You can use whatever greens you want. I'm using arugula. You can use lettuce, kale, whatever you want, okay? And then in here, we can add in black beans. We're making a Mediterranean black bean salad. We're gonna make the black beans. We're gonna add that in there. That's gonna be one of our protein sources. Again, beans, very healthy for you. And then I'm gonna add in some tomatoes. I have some grape tomatoes cut in half. Put that in there. And I love some red onion or purple onion, whatever you wanna call it, in my salads. So we're definitely gonna add that in there too. And cucumber, yes, cucumber. Just cut up into nice slices, into little pieces. And the most important thing here, I have something I just made this morning. This is tofu feta. Guys, this stuff is delicious, okay? Let me just, It's so crazy because it really reminds me of feta, okay? But it's made of tofu. It's just been marinating. I'm gonna show you how I made it right now, and come back to me. So yes, that is how you make the tofu feta. It is so good. It's high in protein and it's healthy, it's delicious, and I think it's gonna go so well with this beautiful Mediterranean salad. So I'm gonna add in however much you wanna add, okay? I'm gonna add in a pretty generous amount. spill it everywhere. A generous amount of this delicious feta. And last but not least, this part is optional, but I'm also gonna add in some roasted pepper. I just bought this in the store, you know, like pre-roasted peppers. You can also roast your own pepper. You could also omit this. It's up to you. You can also add artichokes if you want, you know, olives. You know, these are all optional things. Yeah, but I love roasted pepper. It's so good. So we're gonna add some of that in here as well. So now that we have our salad ingredients, we need to make the very simple and easy dressing. So to make the dressing, first I'm going to get a lemon. Okay, we need a limon, and I am going to juice the limon. You can use store-bought lemon juice if you want, but I do think for a salad like this, fresh lemon juice is probably better, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do, okay? Oh, I'm just gonna juice it. Make sure you get all that juice. Don't waste any of it. One more. Okay. Oh, that's a workout. Okay. We got the lovely lemon juice right here. I'm just going to put it into a bowl. Into this, we're gonna add some olive oil, and some red wine vinegar. There we go. I think one of the blue zones is somewhere in Greece, so I'm sure they eat lots of olive oil. I don't know. This is Italian seasoning because I'm out of oregano. We could do Italian seasoning or oregano. We have some garlic powder, some Dijon mustard, and a little bit of salt. That's simple, guys. Let's mix this up. Let's give this a little try. It's so good. It's so good. So delicious. Okay, and now all we have to do is pour it in. Simple. How easy is that? Now we just mix it. Oh my god, it looks so good. Now I would also love to add some quinoa into this, or I don't know, like couscous, some sort of a grain. I feel like for me it would be a lot more filling that way. Or I would eat it with like pita bread or something, you know, like stuff this with pita bread, maybe some hummus. Oh, that's how I would eat it. But you just eat it like this. It's full of protein, lots of protein here from the black beans and then the tofu. I mean, that looks so good. Let's just give it a try right now. Okay, I'm just gonna get a little bit of everything. Oh, wait, let's just use this as a spoon. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. Let's give it a try. That's so good. It's perfection. Guys, this is perfect for like a potluck. It's delicious, simple, healthy. It'll help you live to 100. Give it a try. I would definitely eat it with like pita bread. So last but not least, we are going to be making now a vegan taco bowl. So another one of these really fun bowls. I mean, you could even classify this as a Buddha bowl as well, a form of Buddha bowl. And we're just gonna put it all together. First thing I'm gonna do is make a taco meat sort of thing, very simple, out of tofu. Guys, tofu is one of the best ingredients of all time, okay? It is my favorite. So we're gonna take a pan here and just heat it up nicely. I'm gonna add a bit of oil, not too much. And then I'm just gonna crumble up the tofu. I'm just using firm tofu, careful here. And I just crumble it with my fingers. Hopefully it doesn't splash too much. Ooh. Just like that. We're just gonna cook this down a little bit. And while you're cooking this, you can prepare the other ingredients. You can chop things up, whatever you gotta do. So to this, all I do is add a bit of taco seasoning, but I wanna cook this a bit first, just to let some of that excess moisture get out, okay? Beautiful. And I didn't even clean my pan from the last recipe, so it's nice and seasoned already, okay? Extra flavor. And this is my little hack, because I'm lazy. All I do is take some store-bought taco seasoning. You can find taco seasoning basically anywhere. It's very cheap. And it's already just a nice little pre-made mixture for you. So I just add that in here. Simple, okay? See, why complicate things when you don't have to? So I'm just gonna mix this up. All right, I'm just gonna add a little bit more because I want it to be a little bit more darker. Just mix that like so. All right, let's give it a taste. Delicious. I don't think I need to add any more. Here we go. You can also add some crushed up walnuts in here as well. Whatever you want, really. So there's our really simple and easy taco meat situation. This is probably the most difficult part of this whole thing. All right, I'm just gonna set that aside. Now I'm gonna take some cooked rice. It's already nice and cooked. And again, guys, no need to complicate things. No need to make things more difficult. All I do is take some store-bought salsa. We're gonna add it to the rice. That's how we're gonna make our seasoned rice. You can make, you know, Mexican style rice. I actually did a recipe on this. I'll link that below if you wanna make that. But since we're already, you know, putting together a bunch of different things, we just wanna make it simple, right? We just wanna make it simple. Okay, so we're just going to mix that. Lovely. There you go. There's our rice. I know, so easy. Now, I think we can put it together. All right, guys, so now that we have our rice ready, our taco meat ready, I'm gonna make a really simple dressing using tahini, okay? You can do whatever dressing you want. Tahini is fantastic. It is a sesame paste, super healthy, and it works really well in a lot of different types of dressings. So I'm just gonna add some tahini in here. It's nice and thick, it's high fat, but it's good fat, you know, it's healthy fat. So in here, we're also gonna add in some lemon juice. So we have tahini here, and then we have some lemon juice. I'm just gonna give this a quick little mix just to break down the tahini just a bit, because as you can see, it gets kind of like thick. Okay. Might need to add a little more lemon juice when you think about it. When in doubt, add more stuff. I'm gonna add a little more lemon juice just to thin this out a bit more. Break it up, break it up. And then let's add in some spices. I have here some garlic powder, onion powder, and smoked paprika. You could just add in regular paprika if you want. Just gonna add that in, and then I'll probably will need more liquid. Let's see. Yes, I definitely will need more. Lovely, it's a nice paste. But I wanna give it a taste to see if I wanna add more lemon juice or water. Add in some vegan mayo. Let's give it a try. I think it tastes great like this. You could once you put it on top of everything, I think it would be delicious. This is optional. You don't have to add this. It'll make it more creamy, that's for sure. Okay. You could also add some sweetener in here too if you want to. Let's give it a try. Looks nice and creamy. Mmm. Okay. Very good. Okay, add the vegan mayo, guys. All right, guys, so now it is time to put it all together. So I have here a bowl with some lettuce. Use whatever lettuce you want. I just have romaine, so I'm using that. You can use iceberg, whatever, okay? And then I'm gonna add the rice, okay? Ooh. Next, I'm gonna add some corn. Then we gotta add black beans, you guys. Again, beans are in every recipe and it is not an accident. You could also use whatever types of beans you wanna use, okay? And then, of course, we're gonna add in our lovely taco meat situation. Ooh, ooh. That looks so good. There we go. And then I have some chopped tomatoes, which I will add here. And then you can just add avocado slices, or I just have some guacamole. I was trying to buy avocado and there was no ripe avocados. So, store-bought guac for me. All right, let's add some guac. Oh! Again, you can just add sliced avocados, whatever you want. Delicious. And then of course, some cilantro. You can skip this if you don't like cilantro, but I love cilantro. I'm gonna add that in. And then I'm gonna serve it with a lime wedge. And of course, we can't forget the sauce. So I'm just gonna drizzle it on top. Ooh, ooh, guys. Yet another delicious looking dish that is not only delicious, but will help you live longer. Full of veggies, full of delicious, healthy, plant-based protein. Ooh, guys, there it is. This is the vegan taco bowl. Before I eat this, I would probably squeeze lime everywhere and then just mix it all up. But that looks really good. And yeah, look at this, guys. Alright guys, so all of these delicious, high protein, whole foods, plant-based recipes will be available for you on my blog, and all of the blog posts will be linked down below. Make sure you check those out, and I hope you guys enjoyed these. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know down below which one you are going to try first, because they're all delicious and I don't know which one I would choose. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!